It's an awesome day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. I'm super delighted to welcome you to another insightful episode of Property Matters here on YouTube. In case you're coming across the channel for the first time, I am Adejari and I'm your number one host on the first property channel in YouTube. And one thing we've done over time basically is that we've been able to, give insightful informations by advising investors on the criteria they need to put into consideration whenever they want to do a real estate investment. Over time, I've done an insightful video on land matters, land verification, property verification, how to verify and of course understand a manipulative real estate investment, how to decipher a manipulative real estate developer, tips that you need to understand before engaging in any form of real estate transaction here in the beautiful city of Lagos, Nigeria. In case you're coming across this channel for the first time, a good turn, they say, deserves another. And one of the ways you can encourage us to do more and to do what we're doing presently is to hit the subscription button, subscribe to this channel. Let us meet as many people as possible. When you subscribe, you give us a wider range on, of course, when people get to find out what we're doing on Property Matters, this station will be, or this channel will be, a guide that will help people not to make and of course throw money into any form of fraudulent real estate investment. In case you're coming across the channel once again, come on, subscribe. Give us a thumbs like, share our videos. You never can tell, by sharing our video you may help someone not to make a terrible real estate investment decision. I'll be back immediately after the short timeout. Stay tuned. Right, I'm super delighted to be on the screen today, and today we're going to be doing another insightful episode. And today I'm going to be giving you our wonderful smart real estate investors, whether you are in Nigeria or you are in diaspora. So today we're going to be giving you an insightful guideline on what you should expect from us as a brand come the year 2023. 2022 has been an amazing year. It has been we've had a lot of ups and downs, we've had a lot of challenges even as a brand, but we have been able, to stand our ground. We are not going to compromise on quality. We are not going to compromise on the integrity that most of you investors you have for us. I want to say a very big congratulations to everybody that acquired one or two properties through us, and we also want to, of course, appreciate you guys for trusting us, for putting us in charge of every form of your real estate transaction. Of course, you have seen the difference, and of course, for those who are still contemplating, should we go through these people, should we give them a trial? Of course, you know very well that we are not just like every other real estate consultant. We go into details, we go into research, we go into analysis. We were actually the first real estate brand that introduced investigative real estate into this industry. And a lot of people have shown appreciation. A lot of people have, sent us kind words. We want to say thank you very much. We appreciate your kind words. We appreciate your patronage, and we're looking forward for that. So today I'm going to be talking about what you should expect from us as a brand. And what inspired today's episode was actually an investor I was speaking with recently. This dear man has done countless real estate transactions in Lagos, Nigeria. And one of the things I was able to deduce basically is that this man, just like every other person, saw the property advert online and he decided to say, okay, fine, let me give this guy a try. I think I like what they are doing. And this dear man invested 6 million naira initial deposit into this company. And for a very long period of time till date, this man have not seen the properties paid for, and the real estate developer doesn't even seem to care. When we come online and we're doing a lot of research analysis, we were able to explain to you, their investors, that at the moment there is no regulatory body controlling real estate activities in Nigeria. Peradventure, government may decide to set up other regulatory bodies to control all these fraudulent acts that we have in this industry, but at the moment there is none. So what you should do as a smart investor that you've always been is to engage a professional, someone who understands the industry, someone who have the right team to ensure that your investment or your money is not going down the drain. So this dear investor got talking with this real estate developer, and to my greatest surprise, this guy is starting another project and was able to even invite people to come and help him launch the project. This is someone that have collected money from, a whole lot of investors. Perhaps your money may be there. A whole lot of investors. He has not delivered what he has been paid to do. And this guy has the guts to start another project. And of course, when I was saying this in some of my subsequent videos, I've established over time that it is not about quality service delivery for some, not all. For some real estate company, it's about the money. It's about the bucks. It's about how many they can lay their hands on to go and do all the projects. So we really don't want you to fall under these, gimmicks, under this project. So that is why we're here to guide your interest, to protect your investment, to do the normal due diligence as we've always been doing. When I was explaining to this man, I told him basically that before we go into any form of real estate transaction, our lawyers will first verify all the properties documents. And the reason why our lawyers are doing that basically is to ensure that there is no any other form of maybe legal litigations or any kind of court cases on the property, which is very, very important. Then when our lawyers are done verifying the papers, doing all the necessary research, our team of surveyors will now move to site to check the status of the properties that we are about to recommend to you. So for us, it's not about the box, it's not about the money, it's about the integrity, it's about the name, it's about the honesty. We find joy when we get recommendations like, thank you, King's Court. Thank you, Adejari. You helped us to, not to make a terrible real estate investment. You have guided us. You have given us more light. This is our joy. And, one time someone was asking me, why, the popular things I've been seeing on YouTube. But you see, one thing you need to understand in Nigeria is that the people who do the right thing are not that popular. I'm not saying those who are popular are doing wrong thing. No, I don't want to be misquoted. But what I'm saying is that there are some of us who will not put their integrity, who will not compromise on the standard just to get anything. We are always keen on ensuring that you get the best, whether it is land, whether it is houses, whether it is off plan, whether it is real estate. In any real estate investment that you're about to put your money in, you can be rest assured that you are going majorly into the right one. So I'll be back immediately after this short timeout to explain what you should expect from us as a brand come 2023. Stay tuned and I'll be back.
Is purchasing the right home close to Navarre Mall and Lagos Business School difficult? Fine Bricks Properties and Investment Limited brings to you homes with the title of Governor's Consent. Introducing Sherwood Court Estate. Located at Songotutu, Aja, Lagos, in a secure neighborhood. The estate will have a swimming pool and 24-hour power supply. Sherwood Court Estate comprises 4-bedroom terrace duplexes, 3-bedroom semi-detached duplexes with BQ, and 3-bedroom fully detached duplexes with BQ. They boast a tastefully finished living room with spacious dining, bespoke with fully equipped kitchens. The grandiose bedrooms give an opulent feel. With an initial deposit of just 10 million Naira, along with our flexible payment plan, you can live the good life.
All right, you're welcome back. I'm super delighted to be on the screen today, sharing the best real estate advice to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. So I was saying that what should you be expecting from us as a brand in the year 2023? One of the things I've over time emphasized basically is investigative real estate company. So we are presently making plans on how to get more surveyors, more large surveyors that can work with us, so that we can do and extend our due diligence to several other real estate. And of course, when I talk about real estate, we're talking about reputable and real estate companies that pride themselves and they have displayed every measure of what? Integrity, trust, and equity. So we are going to be employing more surveyors this year to work with us so that they can cover as many as possible. More importantly, for those who will be doing land banking transaction. So we've talked about the safety of an investment. So we're going to be doing more and more investigations. We're going to be doing more and more searches. We're going to be doing more. Of course, you can be rest assured that as we do all those land searches, we are going to be giving you the details undiluted. Okay, so one thing you should expect is that we are going to be launching more full-scale investigations on some of the properties that we know that you may be interested in purchasing. One thing is certain, one thing is sure. I've said it several times, and I'm going to say this again. In this industry, what basically people do to get people's trust basically is to get a whole lot of real estate portfolios under their disposal. So what I'm saying basically is that if, let's say for instance, I want to launch a full-scale investigation in Songotedo as an example, if I can search and verify 4 properties in Songotedo that the documents are okay, that their papers are fine, that their status is okay, that government will not come and take anytime, any moment, just know that I as a person, we as a brand are going to stick with those 4 properties. We're not like trying to bamboozle people to do any form of real estate investment. So if there are just 4 properties that our surveyors can confirm, our legal teams can confirm that to be okay, you people can be rest assured that we are going to stick with those 4 properties regardless of what people say or regardless of what pressure we may be facing from our competitors. The same will be applicable to Ekpe. If I can comfortably, just focus and verify maybe 3 or 4 properties, or out of all, let's say for instance, we investigated 20 properties at different locations in Ekpe. If out of the 20, if everything that turns out to be just 4 or 5 properties that are safe, that are verified, you guys should just know that we are not going to compromise. We're sticking with those properties that were verified. This is not to say that every other properties in Ekpe are not safe, but we just know as a brand that it is safer to stick with a property that will not tarnish or ruin our reputation as a brand. So we are going to be doing a whole lot of investigation come 2023. We're going to be doing more search. We did several, but as a brand, we're going to be establishing more into different estates so that we can give you more concise and of course undiluted information as far as real estate investment is concerned. The next thing you should be expecting from us as a brand basically is that we as a brand, we are going to be focusing also on perfecting the title of some of the properties we sold that the titles are not perfect. Of course, we've submitted a whole lot. Our surveyors are working on this. Our team at, of course, Lands Allows are also working on it. So we're going to be doing a lot of property perfection this year. We've submitted a whole lot of registered surveys. We've opened files for C of O's that are presently in process, and of course we've gotten good reports that these properties will scale through the process and the title will be given. So we are going to ensure that we extend that, and we are going to ensure that we get more properties, titles gotten and verified and stamped. Of course, we will be sharing some of those wonderful good news with you as far as we've been able, to achieve that. So we're going to be doing a lot of title perfection this year. We're going to be doing a lot of that. Is not to say that you can bring the title of the world. Of course, we have at the moment what we need to explain to people basically is that title perfection takes a while. So we don't take too much, okay? So we only take the little we can, we can fix. So in most cases, if we cannot, get to attend to a paperwork of your land, we'll let you know, not just because of the fact that we don't want to, but in most cases we get choked up and we have to finish everything before moving another. So this year we're going to be doing a whole lot of title perfection for some of the untitled properties that we sold in 2022. So this is going to be massive. And of course, another thing you should expect from our brand basically is that we're going to be doing land backing advices, guides, and recommendations. So in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be explaining the important things you should look out for in a land banking system. As a brand, we found out that most of our investors just want to do an investment that they will, of course, live for a while and allow it to appreciate over the shortest period of time. So what we'll be doing as a brand basically is that we'll be talking about land banking, the areas you should focus on land banking, the title the land must have, and how you can go about, okay, to perfect your land banking, to perfect your title, the officers that will be in a better position. We'll be explaining that can help you perfect your title. We're going to be doing that a whole lot this year. So land banking, what are the choices? What are the locations? We're going to be sharing proximities, things you should put into consideration, the kind of search you should do, the kind of verification you should watch, the kind of payment plan you should subscribe to, and more importantly, Ekpe right now is becoming way too saturated. So as a brand, we're going to be positioning you to where you should focus on, the kind of investment you should take in Ekpe. I've explained several things to people basically that when you're doing an investment in Ekpe, you have to have foresight in the sense that you need to look beyond what you're seeing at the moment. And what that simply means basically is that when you look at what people are doing, when you look at the kind of investment, then you can decide on how you want to go about it. In this time and age in Ekpe, if you have the opportunity to buy a good property with a good title, I would even advise you do it. You do a bulk purchase, okay? Close your eyes and get it done. Just know that at this time and period, you're done with Ekpe. You've bought all the properties you need, and of course, one thing basically is that most of the lands in Ekpe, the title has not been perfected. So I need to come out here to explain to you. So if you're buying Ekpe, just know that you're buying an untitled property and have it at the back of your mind that you have to perfect. So instead of doing 1 or 2 plots, why don't you just do acres, okay? Just do acres so that you can perfect the title, the document together. So it will save you stress and of course a lot of problems in the future. So doing a pet land banking is fantastic. Then you can also look at other locations that will gel. For some time, I've not been talking about the K2 Ekpe access because at the beginning of last year, we found out that Lagos State government placed some restrictions, putting over 16,000 hectares of land in K2 Ekpe under acquisition. The reason why we've not talked so much about K2 Ekpe in the period of last year basically is that we have not gotten any green light from our surveyors and of course our team at Alausa for us to proceed in any form of investment. So for now, we have still not gotten a green light, but once we do, we will let you guys know so we can look at other places on K2. For now, we ain't going to do any kind of investment at the moment until we get a directive and a green light that okay, fine, it's safe. So we'll be looking at that. Other places you can look at Ekpe, we have the Eredo axis of Ekpe, we have the Mojoda area of Ekpe, we have other fantastic area, we have Pokab, we have Woodwegiri. These are fantastic locations that you can station your land banking, and of course, you can do it peacefully. And of course, it will give you a profitable real estate investment profits in the future. So these are some of the things we've, of course, this year we're also going to be talking about houses. We're going to be talking about luxuries, and this year we're going to be sharing safe investment guide and tips on the kind of house you want to buy, on the kind of house you can invest, how you can manage a short let rentals, what you can do with a residential apartment, maybe at Abijo, at Shongotedo, the way you should pitch your Airbnb, the kind of strategies that you can put into consideration that will give you a massive return on the investment. If you're going for a off plan, what are the areas you should look out for? How is the road network of that place is? What are the prospects that government will be fixing that road? We'll be looking at key locations. For a while, I think we've not done much on the islands. We'll be looking at Abramadesoya, the areas you should focus on, the kind of investment you can pick. The guides, what we do basically as a brand is just for you to understand basically that we understand this market, we understand the kind of investment, and of course we'll be discussing different payment plans that can suit your budget. And like I explained, basically, if you've done an off-plan project, try as much as you can to pay up your money so you can get your allocations as soon as possible. So we'll be discussing several other things come 2023. 2023 is going to be an exciting year. So as a brand, patronize us, buy your next real estate through us, and of course you'll be glad that you are buying from the right source. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain of today's episode of Property Matters. We're so delighted having you as our viewers. Do well to subscribe. It would be great injustice after putting all this effort, this hard work together, educating people, telling them what they need to understand. A lot of people are frowning because of the fact of doing this. So one of the ways you can help us, you can encourage us, is to subscribe. So this is the first edition, and I want to say thank you very much. Of course, this is the third edition. So I want to say thank you very much for everybody. And for those that will still contact us to buy their next real estate property, you people rock. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in my next video. Have a nice day. Bye.